For the first time ever, the world's population has reached over 8 billion people. It's a huge milestone in human development. The growth is mostly due to the gradual increase in human lifespan owing to improvements in public health, nutrition, personal hygiene, and medicine. Advances in healthcare have played a role in doubling the average human lifespan between 1920 and 2020 and will continue to have an impact. This year, Japanese researchers used tissue engineering to reverse the aging of knee cartilage, while Israeli scientists have reversed skin aging with oxygen therapy. The population growth is also the result of high and persistent levels of fertility in some countries. Countries with the highest fertility levels tend to be those with the lowest income per capita. Global population growth has therefore over time become increasingly concentrated among the world's poorest countries, most of which are in sub-Saharan Africa. Worldwide consumption and production, a driving force of the global economy, rest on the use of the natural environment and resources in a way that continues to have a negative impact on the planet. Economic and social progress over the last century has been accompanied by environmental degradation that is endangering the very systems on which our future development and survival depends. And even though population growth magnifies the environmental consumption, rising per capita incomes are the main driver of unsustainable patterns of production and consumption. The countries with the highest per capita consumption of material resources tend to be those where the income per capita is higher, not those where the population is growing rapidly. More than 800 million people currently do not get enough food to meet their nutritional needs every day. Experts say we have one giant problem within the next 50 years. Across the world, fertility rates are declining faster than predicted. While it took the global population 12 years to grow from 7 to 8 billion, it will take approximately 15 years, until 2037, to reach 9 billion. Studies forecast the global population in 2100 will be 2 billion less than previously projected. The implications of a rapidly aging and decelerating population are wide-ranging, affecting workforces, family structures, infrastructure, and social care provision, while falling fertility tells a tale of empowerment and development in the global south. In high-income countries, the choice to defer having children can also signal barriers to equal opportunities in the workplace for pregnant women and mothers, alongside high work demands and living costs. A U.S. study found that job applicants who didn't reference children were twice as likely to get called in for an interview. In Denmark, the arrival of children creates a gender gap in earnings of around 20%, driven in roughly equal proportions by labor force participation, hours of work, and wage rates. China has the world's largest population with over 1.4 billion people, but has a huge age problem. The country's trying to mitigate a rapidly aging population 40 years after introducing its one-child policy. In 2016, it revised the policy to allow for 2 children, and, in May of this year, again revised the policy to 3. The latest census shows China is experiencing its slowest growth rate since the 1960s. These faster-than-expected demographic shifts pose extraordinary challenges for society and sustainable businesses. On the one hand, shifting away from rapid and unsustainable population growth reduces pressure on resources. But, on the other hand, it will mean higher dependency ratios, strain on the global workforce, and social benefits.